Hello, hello, everyone. It is Storm King's Thunder Day, and it is session 11. We have made it all the way to session 11. Yahoo! Congratulations! I have decided to switch music from Sirenscape to Pocket Bard. It looks like my chat message did not go off, which is very sad, but I will drop the link in the chat. Pocket Bard. Oh, nope, there it goes. All right, cool. So that is the Pocket Bard link, pocketbard.app. They are mainly a mobile app for music, but they do have a beta Windows version, and that is what I'm using. Hopefully this goes well, and I hope the music is good for those who are listening to the music. And yeah, all right. So let me reset the scene so we can see what we were doing previously. We were in the sewers. So recap for last session. So last session, y'all were on the boat, and did some gambling. Larissa did some gambling to get the magic items that she wanted, which was the armor that can transform into different looks. Ham, the player for Ham was unfortunately not with us, but we did talk after the session, and he did gamble / use coins to get the sending stones, which were part of the list of items that you could get. Um, and so he has a sending stone for himself and for Serene, which is great. And then Nira, you got your gloves, and Serene, I don't remember what you got. The ring of swimming. Yes, yes. Um. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Wand of magic detection, which is very, very, very handy. Because I don't think any of you have detect magic, correct? We, yeah, we. Well, now you do with the wand, which is always good. Oh, yeah. Well, there's what's it called? Ritual casting, which lets you spend 10 minutes, and then you cast a spell after 10 minutes. And that, yeah, so you don't have to spend a spell slot if you ritual cast. But um, it's also handy to just have extra wand ones. Anyway. Oh, yeah. By one? Yeah, nice. All right, so y'all got your goodies, got off the ship, and you followed the purple lady down into an alleyway, and you questioned her. Um, you discovered that she is kind of being forced to steal nobles. They lure nobles onto the Grand Dame ship, and then she pulls them away into this dark alleyway that you currently were standing in, and takes them underground where they get taken by fish people, and then she does not know where they go after that point. She hopes that they're alive, and she wants to desperately believe that they're alive after that. But to be fair, she does not quite know. You all kind of figured that she was kind of sus. Somebody got a pretty good like insight roll and was like, oh, she's not telling the full truth. But you did eventually accept what she wanted you all to do, which was to go down into the sewers and deal with the guy down there. His name is Usith. Usith is this sorcerer who forced the purple lady to kidnap all these nobles and bring them to him. And what he has on her is Usith knows that the purple lady can telekinetically talk to people and kind of hear people's minds and things like that. And she doesn't really want that to be known very, publicly. So Usith is kind of blackmailing her in that way. Usith resides in the sewers, and you all kind of thought maybe we should go check out if the guards have anything about it, or if the Hand of Yartar, the Thieves Guild, has anything to say about it, but both of those groups of folks do not go into the sewers. They do not go into the sewers because there's fish people, smelly, slimy fish people in the sewers, so they do not like being down there. And then you asked her to make sure that she would not, like, retaliate after you all went to go down into the sewers. And she was like, yeah, I won't do anything bad to you all. And she will hold her side of the bargain. I think we did do an insight check for that one, and it looked like she was telling the truth. The other thing about going into the sewers is that Arten is, she abducted Arten, so she knows that Arten went down into the sewers, and so you're following that lead to find out more about what happened to that boy. Yeah. Okay, so then you went down into the sewers and you kind of explored a little bit, and you found this upper cave area. Here. This upper cave area you came to. You didn't see any fish people for a while, but you did see like this what's it called? like this area here with like all the gross sewage water stuff, but you saw, I think, like a golden glint in there. And was it Nira who was checking it to see what it might be? Yeah. So Nira went in there checking to kind of fish through all this stuff. And then no, you did not get it. And I think, was it Serene who had like a really high perception check? Yeah, and so you caught that there was this big monster coming out. Let me. It was this guy. It was this thing. Was attacking and leaped out of the muddy, gross sewage water. And then you all fought it, and then the fish decided to show up, and all these fish peoples decided to show up and attack while you were all busy attacking the big guy. The fight wasn't super dicey, but Ham, I'm sorry, Ham, you did get hit quite a bit. I'm sorry, but I think everybody. You didn't die, okay? You. Yeah. So you all finished this fight and just finished the fight. And so, in terms of things that you can do, you can go back and investigate that mysterious golden glint that was in here. Or you can explore further throughout here, but it is now quiet. There does not seem to be any more fishy people in your vicinity. No, I think the end of the session was literally the end of the fight. So, there has been no looting, so we can check out and see what they got. Yeah, let's, let me get it open one moment. Yeah, for sure. I think you pushed it with like a stick or something, right? Oh, yeah, an arrow. Yeah. All right, so, let's see. The fish people, they have spears. And the bigger fish people, they have these staffs that have like a crab claw at the end of it, and they can grapple your enemy. There are 4 spears and 2 crab claw staffs. If you do take the crab claw staff, it will be, in quotes, a homebrew item, because they don't have this as like a equipment in the D&D Beyond app. So I would need to add it at a later time, but I can tell you what you need to roll for it. Okay. As for the big, gross tentacle monster, it has nothing, other than it kind of is sludgy. Yeah, it did not like light. It is very dark in here. Somebody, I will need people to make a nature check to find out what it was. It's alive. Yes. It's also alive. Definitely alive. All right, Nira. Nira, you've heard of these creatures. You've never seen one until now. But you think this fits the bill. This creature is an Odiug, which is a creature that really likes trash and sewage and poop. They tend to live in really disgusting places and eat it. and you don't quite know why it attacked you all, but it may be because you were in its territory, or like it was kind of upset, you know. Um, but yeah, that is an Odiug. They're pretty gross. It's true. Sure. I'll just say you take your time to do so. And what you find in That's right. Yeah, the shovel. Yeah. Uh so in these gross sewage pools, you find 14 gold pieces, 17 silver pieces, a long sword, a hand crossbow, a bundle of 5 torches, and 2 potions. Um, that when you taste it, it seems to be potions of water breathing. Let me see if I can. I need to open a different. Yeah, I just realized the version of the file that I have open doesn't let me select the text, so let me do that. Where's my thingy? Alright. There you go. You can close that whenever. Let's send to Discord. Hey Kenny, welcome in. Hey Cloud. I'm talking to chat. Alright, so you're getting the items set up. Is there anything else you want to do in this area? So bloodied is the condition when you are 50% health or lower. Yeah. Which is above 50%, I think. No, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Phrasing indeed. Oh, I just realized. Hold on, you guys. Your audio has not been going for this entire time. I hate when I do that. All right, can people speak?
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, it works now.
Hello.
All right, cool.
DM, I'm gonna take a potion of healing that I have. It's just a regular potion of healing
Okay.
that I
Well,
have.
hold up.
Okay.
I'm looking at mass cure wounds because I can do that. Well, that might be a waste. I'm just gonna use cure light on. All right. So how many down are you, Nira?
I am down 17 points.
And what's your max?
39.
So you are bloodied, and I'm assuming Ham is bloodied.
If my sheet is correct, I'm actually at 43 of 65, but I don't know if that's correct.
It is correct.
Okay, so you're
So
not
yeah,
bloodied.
I'm not bloody.
Okay, well, I am going to use Cure Wounds on. I'm going to use Cure Wounds on Larissa. Alright, so 16 points back to Larissa.
Thank you, thank you.
And Ham, you need some healing love too. And that's 20 to Ham. Alright, and Nira, how many down? You were 17.
Correct.
Okay, I am going to tap. Let me check the wand of healing charges. I'll go ahead and see. Yeah, Cure Wounds is a first level spell, so I'm gonna just use a charge. And I'm just gonna click not damage, the healing from Cure Wounds level 1. Alright, so y'all should be healed up. I'm gonna heal myself. Right, everybody should be feeling better.
Yep, I'm up
How
to
many
full.
exactly?
Thank you.
My audio cut out. How many?
I give you 20 points.
20, okay, perfect.
Because I'm seriously thinking about doing something for us in a minute to see what's up ahead without us getting into trouble.
Like a spell?
Like a find familiar spell.
Find familiar, I think, is a long time to cast. Let me just check that.
It works differently now.
Oh, wait, I think because you're a druid, it's also different. Let me check.
Yeah, it says one action.
One action.
It says
Dang.
instantaneous.
Oh my gosh. What?
That's to summon it out of. That's to call it, I think.
Yeah, it used to be you had to meditate for like so many hours or
Yeah,
whatever.
where is the find familiar? You can summon as a magic action. You can expend a spell slot or use a file shape. Yep, it is a one-time action for. It is a one action for druids. So you are welcome to pick a familiar to come out.
So I asked the group, I said, what kind of familiar do you guys think I should send up ahead to see what's ahead? Bat, cat, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, rat.
A bat would probably blend in.
I have
And it can see in the dark, right?
let me see what it's got stat-wise. It does have blind sight, so it can see anywhere actually, but only for 60 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Find Familiar, and I'm gonna create a bat.
Okay. There's your little bat guy. Right here.
And which way do you guys want me to send him?
I would say to the right.
All right, to
Yeah.
the right.
So I can go 100 feet. He can go 100 feet, and I can communicate with him telepathically.
Yep. So I will open up this space. You can move. Oh no, that's not what I want. You can move the bat wherever you like. Go ahead.
So I'm just looking around. I'm using him to look around to see if there's anything
Yeah. So,
dangerous.
Dangerous wise, the bat doesn't see any kind of enemies or anything. It does see a passageway up north, and there's further south, which is kind of like this whole room that you've been in so far. It's just more of that. And then to the dead end right, there's a grate, and it looks like it's going down.
Okay, if I send him up,
You want to send
to
him up?
this, if I send him up, is that's still within 100 feet, right?
Yeah, this map is within 100 feet. You're pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna send him up then. Do I still see any danger?
No danger. I should have asked for this. Can you make a stealth check for your bat?
Do I use my own stealth?
No. You use your bat's stealth. So that's gonna be a d20 plus 2. So, in the bottom left, there's the die icon. You can click on the d20 and roll it, and then we'll just add 2.
Oh my gosh.
So a 6 in total. Well, the bat is not very stealthy, but so far so good. You haven't seen anything yet. There's a sewer grate that goes further that way. But I will tell you, for the purposes of this adventure, there doesn't seem to be anything more beyond that point. But if you want the bat to travel through there, it can. It's just I will spoil you and say there is nothing to look beyond that point.
Okay, I'm gonna call him back. And then I'm kind of curious to see what's up. I'm kind of curious to see what's up in this area.
That is actually a wall. So this is a wall here, but this spot right here is a further tunnel that the bat would have seen. Give me a moment. The bat would have seen that it wraps around there, so it's going like this.
And still no danger.
Still no danger.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the group, what do you think? Should I send him down now?
Yeah, I would send him wherever you think,
Okay,
might
so
be.
I'm gonna command him to go this way.
I'm just gonna open up all the areas so you can see it, and just assume your bat is exploring all of these areas that are black.
Yeah, I commanded my bat to do that.
Okay, so this is what gets revealed at the bottom of the map. There's these two grates over here, and they do have holes in them, and they do travel downwards. It looks like you would fall into some really gross sewage water if you fell in them. Um, uh, it looks like these are drainage pipes. So, like, if any of the sewage water kind of hits the walkways, it'll drain out into those drainage pipes.
Does the bat see anything that would tell us which way to go to see if we can find the people we're looking for?
I would have you do an insight check.
In the
Or-
bats or me?
Yours. Because your bat is a bat. I mean, it's... You're looking through the bat and getting this information, so I'm gonna have you do the insight check. So
Obviously, my insight is just as good as the bat's stealth.
Yeah. A 10 is better than a 6, though. With a 10, you do think that you're hitting a bunch of dead ends here. But there's 3 grates you've discovered, which go further down. When the bat explored... Did the bat explore this grate?
Didn't explore the grate, but saw it.
Okay. And did the bat want to explore these 2 grates?
Yeah, the bat wants to go in and kind of look and then come out really quick. It doesn't want to cause any commotion or...
Okay. So in these grates, they go down 30 feet before there's water. And the walls are slimy and slippery, so if anybody fell into them who can't fly like a bat, you would definitely hit that water and take some damage and have an extremely difficult time climbing back up.
Okay, and so he's gonna fly over here and look down this, because I assume that he can't go in.
So looking at the grate, the bat can see between the like little grate holes, you know, the dividers. There is a ladder going down.
I think they're more of a good hole as opposed to a great hole, but I mean, that's just...
The bat it could squeeze through the gaps, but the bars here are a lot more narrow than the ones that were out in the main sewer area.
Okay, I call the bat back over and just tell him to hang out with me. Because I'm assuming he stays around, right? Because it doesn't say there's a duration how long he's there.
Yeah, I think you as a druid get it. When you cast the spell, the familiar is fate and disappears when you finish a long rest. So, your familiar will disappear after a long rest. But the bat's there to hang out.
Just keep him. Okay, so that's good because we can use them more often.
So with Find Familiar, you can put your bat into like a pocket, like a dimensional pocket kind of thing. So you can call back your bat and not have it be there. Find Familiar does not let your familiar fight. They cannot attack in combat. So just know that they are definitely not intended for combat, but outside of that, they can do other stuff. Let me just...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell the group, everybody, what I saw, and my suggestion was to see if Ham can actually lift that small grate and see if it actually opens.
I mean, I can try.
I really don't feel like taking a bath in goop tonight.
Yeah, neither do I. You said there was a ladder?
Yeah, there's a ladder down from that sewer grate.
That's what Patty saw.
Well, I guess we could go down the ladder and hopefully we don't end up in a lake full of nasty.
We have to get to where we're going somehow, and it seems like those 3 places are the only way.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Nira's still looking for traps, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I need you to re-roll a perception because I didn't write it down. Wow. All right. Well, you perceive everything. Yeah. So, are you all headed to the sewer grate?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
I believe that's what we're doing.
You can move your tokens if you like.
Let's see who's gonna go first.
Serene and Ham, do you want to move your tokens?
I'm trying to see, where is the grade again?
I can sync you. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I was looking at the wrong grade.
You were looking at the one that gets you all nice and gooky.
I don't mind going down first and just making sure to check for traps.
Nira, before you are like check for traps and you're like saying that out loud, you take a double look at the grate and you saw just like a small glimpse of something magical, like a glyph on the underside of the underside of the grate lid.
Damn. A magical trap. Doggone it.
Does anybody know how
have-
to?
Yeah, anybody have a dispel?
Probably not.
I
do not.
Well, no.
Do we do the old stand back and throw a rock at it?
I mean, we need to move away, but I mean, we could try, but we've got, I don't know.
I can hit my thorn whip at it and see if I can pull it up that way.
Or it could be an alarm.
True.
DM, is there any way for me to disable this trap?
Not
being that it's a magical glyph.
It is magical, so you would need to have a dispel magic spell.
Can she tell what it is?
Yeah, if you want to make an Arcana check. 15. That works. Serene, your 9 does not work, unfortunately. But Nira, you do recognize it as a glyph of warding. And taking a closer look, you think it's inscribed for Thunderwave. The spell Thunderwave.
Alright, guys. I think this is going to be a Thunderwave spell. So, I mean, we can try to hit it with a rock, or does anybody see any rocks, or are we going to fire an arrow at it? What do you think?
Like I said, I can thorn whip it, and from 30 feet away.
I mean, the thing is, Thunderwave can be heard, 100 feet away? Somebody's gonna hear it and know we're coming.
This is true. I mean, I can fire an arrow at it and see if I hit it that way. You know, and then we can be out of the way.
I think that might be the best bet, and we'll just have to deal with whatever hears the noise.
All right, then I suggest everybody get out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, who's gonna? Okay, never mind.
All right. So, can you repeat what you are doing exactly?
I am firing an arrow at the glyph.
Okay. It's gonna be kind of a high DC because you're trying to target a very specific spot.
I know. I
okay.
get it.
So we'll do an
I
attack.
want to give. Wait a. I want to. I'm gonna touch her and give her guidance.
This wouldn't be a guidance because it's an attack roll. But
Okay, never mind.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Do the attack roll and then add a d4. You can add a 1d4 in the bottom left of your sheet. There's the die icon. Uh, 23, that's very good. If you want to roll the d4. Okay, yeah, 27. Oh, you're so close to hitting the 30. I didn't make it impossible, but yeah, 27's definitely gonna hit. You hit the glyph, and there's this blinking that the glyph goes off, and then there's a big loud boom as you see ripples on the sewage water burst forth from the grate. And it's pretty loud. It was definitely a thunder wave, and no one got caught in it.
Yay. Maybe we should see if friends come. Instead
I'm gonna
of getting
send
some
Batty.
monster.
I'm gonna send Batty over there to see if anybody's coming.
How long do you want to wait?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
About 5 minutes should be sufficient.
Yeah, I would think so.
All right. With 5 minutes, you wait, and nobody comes out of the grate.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest that we go and open it, and then we send Batty down and see what's down there before we start heading down. I think that's the safest way.
Okay.
For a half second, I thought you said send Fatty down, and I was about to be very offended. But no, you're talking about the bat. Okay.
I can always call my bat Fatty if you'd like.
But is he?
No, I would never call him Fatty.
No,
Okay,
but is
so-
the bat?
So let's go.
Is he a
and
chunky bat or is he a skinny bat?
he could be a chunky bat.
He's a little
Like
chunkster.
Phoenix.
A little chunkster.
Yes, chunky like Phoenix.
Yeah. All right, you.
If I
all...
ever have a cat familiar, it's going to be named Phoenix. By the way, I'm calling that right now.
All right, you all head on down the grate. Do you go slowly, fast? You hide or stealth or whatever? What do you choose?
I'm
I want
gonna
to
go
send.
stealthy.
Yeah, I think we should all stealth.
I'm gonna be
Um,
stealthy. I have a climbing speed, luckily.
Can we see everything that is there?
You do see everything that is on this map. I shouldn't have jumped so early and let you all roll your stealth checks. Do roll stealth, so let's see how that goes.
What is it with my
Better
rolls
than I
tonight?
thought.
Imagine that the big
I have
armored
it.
cat isn't very stealthy.
I have advantage, so I'm gonna roll again.
I mean, okay. 26 is...
She could
oh,
crit.
sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, this is
Should have gave me your advantage.
This was a group stealth check. Larissa and Serene, I'm so sorry. You real mess up the group, and you all hear, Nira, Ham being perfectly quiet, and then you hear clink, clank, clink, clank, from Serene's armor, as she clambers down the ladder, and Larissa, accidentally slips on one of the ladder rungs. Not mechanically, just flavor text wise. So y'all don't feel pretty stealthy, is what I'm gonna say. But
I was gonna say I was gonna be going shh
oh yeah,
to Serene.
you say shh really loudly. And so then you head on down. Who was the first down the ladder?
I believe it was Ham.
I would thought it was Mira.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it was
thought it
Mira.
was Mira.
I
because
thought it
traps.
was me. Yeah, I was gonna say it should be me, just to be sure.
Yeah, Mira. It kind of went in order of the stealth checks too, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah, because I'm still looking for traps too.
Okay, so Nira's first, then Serene, Larissa, and Ham.
Ham, Serene, Larissa, I think.
Wait, say that again?
So it would go Nira, Ham, Serene, and Larissa.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Nira, Ham, Serene, and Larissa, you all climb down. Nira, give me... No, I'll use the perception check that you had last time, which was pretty good, if I remember correctly. When you come down the ladder, you take a peek, and you kind of see this big space. It's this kind of like overhead cavernous area of the sewers. It's not cavern, but like, you know how caverns are very big and wide and open. That's how it feels in this room. Maybe not super big. The ceiling is only 15 feet above you. But you can see that there's water down below. It is 15 feet below. So this is kind of like a 30-foot chamber going in here. There's a walkway across the way. So if you come here, let me see you. So here is like a walkway over here, and then at the end is this room. There's a door right here, and then in the middle there's these what's it called? It's the wheels that you turn for like valves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so those are here on the ground here.
For the drains? For drains?
Yeah, for the drains. So there's drains here in the water down below, 15 feet below. And then there's these two big fish dudes. I'll just point out one of them. These big fish dudes are kind of just standing strangely weird. And they're holding one of those big valve wheels that is attached to the wall. There's one on... Yeah?
Did they make any motion when we came down?
No. They stayed where they were. And there's one at the north and one to the south.
And you said they're holding on to wheels for... Oh, this sounds like not good.
This sounds no bueno.
Yeah, I can just see them turning those wheels and then flooding this cavern.
When you Nira, how do you come all the way down to let the rest of your party down into this walkway, or do you kind of pause at the ladder?
I think I pause at the ladder just to kind of peek down before I let the rest of the party come down, just because I want to make sure that we're not walking into some, big mess.
Right.
Yeah, and I send, I ask the group, should I send Batty down to see if there's anything that's glowing on that door?
Let's just wait for a second, Larissa. Let me assess. So I'm going to just, kind of crawl back up the ladder real quiet like and let everybody know there's two fish dudes on either end of this big cavern, there is a room with a door, but on either end of the side of this cavern are two big fish dudes holding onto wheels, and it looks like they might try and flood the cavern. So we're either going to have to take them out before they do that, or we're going to have a problem.
I'm game with whatever anybody else wants to do.
Yeah, it sounds like they might try to let water in. How I wonder how quickly we can get back up if they start draining this, or they start flooding this sucker.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and hand a potion of water breathing to Ham and say, you know what, you're a heavy hitter. We're going to need you. So if you need to use this to breathe in this nastiness, here you go. And then I'm going to hand the other potion of water breathing to Serene because she's a healer.
Does that potion last 24 hours?
I don't know.
Let me check.
I just realized I had passed without a trace, dang it.
Yes, you can breathe underwater for 24 hours.
Okay, then he is going to go ahead and consume that before the potential coming back.
You cut out at the very end. What did you say?
He is going to go ahead and drink that ahead of potential combat.
That probably sounds like a good idea to me, too.
How dark is it down here?
It is dark. I think somebody had a light source on, for those who don't have dark vision.
I have
That's right. I
lights.
think we had a torch.
Yeah. So, the torch is the only light source in this area.
I forget, Ham, do you have dark vision?
I don't believe so, but I will double check.
And I don't either.
I have
Okay.
dark vision, so I can see.
We need to see if we can, like, freeze these monsters or stop them before they can move or catch them by surprise somehow.
I have entangled.
If they don't
but
already
I don't
know we
how long
exist.
that lasts.
Oh,
it lasts up to a minute.
Larissa, what were you talking about?
I have entangle.
And then Serene, what did you say again?
I was saying that, if they don't already know we're here.
The thunder wave probably told them that we were coming.
But I mean, do they
I do
see us
not have
immediately?
dark vision.
I also have pulled person too that I could use, but they're not people. Never mind.
No, I was going to say your entangle's probably the best bet is try to entangle their hand before they can turn. I don't know.
Entangle is feet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's the
And
area.
I do have 2 first level spells, and it is a first level spell, so I could technically do it twice.
Well, with the thorn whip, can you grapple them with the thorn whip, or is it just damage?
Let me look.
Thorn Whip is an attack that can pull an enemy closer to you for 10 feet. It does not grapple.
Perfect. I think that would be good because if you can pull them away from that lever or that wheel, that's what we really want. And the other one, we need to find a way to stop too. Even if there's one turning the wheel, we don't need both of them turning the wheel.
I could technically put down a entangle on one of them and a thorn whip on the other.
Entangle requires plants, I believe. Is there moss growing?
No, it just sprouts from the ground.
I think it's just sprouts. Yeah, I don't think you need.
It says grasping plants sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into an area of difficult terrain. They disappear when the spell ends.
Yep, and it
And
doesn't
it lasts
even.
for a minute.
It doesn't even have material components, so it is just magical grass.
I will say that there are 4 other wheels in the center of the room for drains. So I feel like if we try to pull one of them away, attack the other one, hopefully distract him, and maybe I can make my way to the drain wheels and turn those drains on.
Yeah. Does one of you have something that can pull one of them away while I do the entangle?
I don't think my mage hand's going
I'm
to do
looking.
it.
Because it's going to be really hard to where they are to get to both.
I mean, I could cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on one of them.
Well, that would be funny.
I mean, I could. That would it has the effect is for them to be prone.
So if I entangled one and did Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the other, and I wouldn't even have to get super close to them to do entangled.
Well, I mean, I can cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter and then head for the drains while you Thorn Whip the other one.
Am I gonna Thorn Whip or am I gonna entangle?
Thorn Whip.
I'm gonna
because you
Thorn
can
Whip.
pull it away from the drain lever.
That's right.
Do we all have a plan?
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
think Ham and actually while we do that, Ham and Serene could be at the drains, and then you could head towards that door and see if there's any traps.
Let's just worry about the combat in the room for now. We'll worry about the
So
door
wait,
later.
what am I doing?
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to think of what Ham and Serene are going to do while we try to hit these guys.
So Larissa's gonna hit one of those large fish people with the Thorn Whip. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter at the other, and then head for the drain wheels to turn the drains on, in case they start filling the cavern.
do we know for sure those are drains and not letting more water in?
They look like drains to me.
They
I'm
look,
making
yeah.
a lot of assumptions.
I'll tell you what, there's 4 of them. If I turn one and it starts filling up instead of draining, I'm gonna turn it back the other way.
Works for me. I'm gonna be ready to attack the one that's not. Well, I'll be ready to attack the one that gets thorn whipped. I'll toll the dead on one of them.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
I'm
why I
gonna go.
wanted you guys to have those water breathing.
I'm gonna go towards B since I'm already over on this side. Nira.
Okay.
All right, you all headed, ready to go?
Let's go.
Yep. Ready to
Ready
go.
as I'll ever be.
As you all, charge out, going, blasting out spells. Just about before you blast out a spell, you all hear voices in your heads, and it says, "That was a very interesting plan you had there." You continue with blasting out spells.
I ask, who is this?
Ah, it is, this is Usith, actually. I'm kind of stuck in the building at the end of the walkway. If any of you could help me out, that'd be great.
We were actually sent to find you. But why are you trapped?
It's a long story. Those marrow outside, the ones that you're going to attack, they locked me in here. It's makes things very difficult.
I'm gonna look at Larissa. I'm gonna start thinking, this is some nasty shit around here, and I'm gonna look at Larissa and shake my head. And motion, let's go.
Okay.
Because I don't trust that guy at all. We already know he's not the good guy.
I actually agree.
Or either that or the purple lady lied and she's the mastermind.
And regardless, we're down here and have to deal with the situation, so.
Yep, we can figure it out. I don't think. Did he say that to all of us again?
Yes, he did.
Alright, so can I insight and see what the hell he means by that?
Yeah, I'd like to insight too.
It's gonna be very difficult because he's telepathically connecting, and so there is no way to see his body language. So I'm going to give you disadvantage on this insight check.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 14 for me.
14 is still pretty good.
Ouch, 4.
Okay. Serene, with your insight of 14, you get the sense that this guy wants you to walk down the walkway. And whether he is being truthful about the marrows locking him in or not, I would say, looking at how the marrows are acting, they're still standing stock still next to the valves, next to the wheels for the valves. Even though you all kind of have peeked out because you're about to blast off your spells or whatever, they did not react at all. So
Are they illusions? Can I roll to disbelieve? Does that exist in 5e?
it does not disbelieve. It's just a perception check. So just roll a perception check.
Can I roll a perception check too?
Yeah, for sure. If everybody wants to roll, they can. A 21. They are very real
Natural
marrows.
20.
Damn. Larissa, they are also very real marrows. And Nira, same thing. These marrows are real and not illusions. But there is something very strange about the way that they're acting. Almost as if they're being mind controlled.
Why, Yusuf? I look at our group and I say, well, what's the chances of if he's talking to us, he's probably talking to them too.
I say stick to the plan. Let's do it.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All right. Well then, we will roll initiative. Give me just one moment to get that set up before you roll initiative. Okay, you can roll initiative now. I'm
I
not.
don't
be
like
right
having
back.
my brain screwed with.
I'm
So I'm very
not going to put the bat in initiative.
That's fine.
I don't like it when familiars are in initiative because they don't really do much unless you're planning to have it do something.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
He's just kind of hanging out. I need to be right back.
Okay. I mean, we're about to take a break, actually.
Okay,
we
you're
were
right, I'll wait.
supposed to take a break. Did it not go off, my alarm? It did. Okay. We are going to take a 5-minute break here. I'm going to set up all the stuff, and then I will see you all back in 5 minutes. So at the 50-minute marker.
Sounds good.
Okay. Ham, did you roll initiative? You did. It just didn't show up in my thing. Okay, well that's fine.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, no, I didn't. Let me reroll.
I'm back. Never mind, I'll be right back again.
I had a really nice time last night.
Nice.
I had the best fucking night of my entire fucking life. I still thought you were going to save my life. I mean, after that, it'd be different. If we could just get another go around.
Is there something wrong with a girl being attracted to me? Is that a problem?
I can't remember anything without you.
That's very sweet, but try, okay?
All right, you don't. Look, man, seriously.
Rob,
What's the deal?
don't do that. Rob, what are you doing?
Well, what's your fucking suggestion, Karen?
Lily wants to spend that much time with someone and to find out that she's a stranger.
What if you stay this time?
I walked out the door. There's no area left. She's there with this guy. And she looks at me like she doesn't even know who I am.
and all my unpaid bills. For a primordial blackness, now it's finally done. Only myself to hear.
All right, we are back. Okay, so we have rolled initiative. Nira is up first.
Which I
Okay,
think
I'm
is
gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on A.
Okay. What do I need to roll? What save throw is it?
Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13. Alrighty. That is a
I'm gonna have
7.
to. I'm gonna have to move up because it's only 30 feet.
Yeah, you will have to move up, so go ahead and do that. I think you have to use a bonus action because you're not far enough for that.
Well, I'm riding the dog though. The dog.
Oh, right, the dog has 40 feet of movement. You're fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Can't you go diagonal too?
Not on a corner. Otherwise you would jump into the water, so. But yeah, you can, you cast it and it is a 7. It fails its roll. The marrow starts laughing uncontrollably and, falls to the ground, laughing. It is now prone.
I don't have any more movement though, correct?
I
think I've used my.
I think that's it, yeah. You do have bonus action dash, though, if I remember correctly, as a rogue.
Okay, so bonus action dash, that's 40 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just whip right back where I was, and then, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself. There you go. And end of turn?
Yes, end of turn.
Okay, so little snafu with a problem because in the thing because I can only move 30 feet and my thorn whip is only 30 feet.
Just do the best you can.
I can't hit him, right?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm gonna have to wait.
Yeah, you either, you could take the dash action to move.
Do I have a dash though? But then I can't use my thorn
No,
whip.
you can't use your thorn whip.
Okay, I'm gonna wait then because I'm not.
Do you want to hold your thorn whip in case the marrow gets within distance, or do you want to take the dodge action and really not?
You know
do
what?
anything?
It's a cantrip, so even if I take it and hold it, I'm not gonna lose it. So.
Oh, I ignore that rule. If you have a leveled spell that you want to, like, hold the action for, it doesn't spend your spell slot if it doesn't go off. I don't like that rule, so I ignore that one.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna hold my cantrip until I'm gonna hold it until if it comes closer, I'm gonna attack.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Can I yell to Ham and Serene that any kind of damage is going to give it a special opportunity to break out of my spell. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can say that. All right, it's now the marrow's turn. The marrow up here, B, is going to start turning the wheel. Give me just one moment. Okay, yeah. The wheel starts turning, and I need to put something on the mission.
Like a timer?
I will just keep track of it. Let me. I will put this on. I need like just like. The initiative tracker here doesn't let me do custom ones, so I'm just gonna. This. Alright, so let me the marrow turns the wheel and you start to see that the water is slowly rising. You think on the next round it'll move up probably 5 feet. And the marrow that is laughing its ass off doesn't do anything because it's laughing. I have to roll for the marrow that's laughing, correct? Now that's the end of its turn?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. It's
Wisdom 13.
It still does not save. It is having a good time laughing. All right. You all are preparing to do things and fighting gonna defeat the marrows. When you see Larissa, this creature peeks out from the water. And it has these long tentacles, and it goes and smacks, tries to grab you, Larissa, with its tentacle. Where is it? That is a 17 to hit, which will not hit anymore because your AC went up by 1. And then it then grabs again with one of its other tentacles, tries to grab you. That is a 12 to hit, which will not hit. And then it disappears back under the water. It is now Ham's turn.
What you got to do, Ham?
Alright. So, Ham is going to rage, of course. And which of the two, is it A or B that is actively turning? It'd be B, right?
B is actively turning. A is laughing his ass off.
Okay, since he is on the side of B anyway, he is going to just measure. He's going to take a trusty javelin and try to hit.
Did it roll? Oh, there it goes. 17. 17 will hit. Yes, the 17 will hit B. 7 damage. Is that including your rage damage?
No, and it also does not include my slow yet.
Okay, so that is gonna be a 9 damage to B. And then, you said it has the slow,
yes,
weapon
it has
mastery?
slow, which I was double checking, but yeah, it just says it's not. It decreases
Do I have
movement
to
per
roll
time,
anything, or is it just automatic?
Looks like it's just automatic.
Okay.
It's not additional.
Okay, so it is decreased by 10 feet for movement. And then you have another attack.
Indeed, and I have plenty of javelins.
All right, a 15 will also hit. That is 13 damage. You all watch as Ham goes over and just throws javelins one after the other, and they stick into the marrow, looking like a fish on a stick. But it is not bloodied yet. It is not half health. It is still looking like it's gonna rotate the wheel on the next turn.
I forgot to ask, is these creatures large or small?
These creatures are large size. If you look at their token, they occupy a 10 by 10 space.
So it is large, okay.
Yeah. And Ham, with your last javelin hit, it looks like it was ready to turn the wheel on its next turn. But then it starts shaking its head and shaking its head again, and then it puts its hands up to its head and says, "Yeah! Yeah!" And it speaks in a language you don't understand, but it seems to be freaking out.
It's not demonic, is it?
Demonic is not a language. Is it abyssal?
Oh wait.
Do you have abyssal?
I mean, I'm sorry, infernal.
No, it is not infernal.
Does it look like it's in pain?
It does look like it's in pain, yeah.
Ending out Ham's turn with movement. He was gonna stay put, but I think seeing Larissa get accosted, he is going to move a few closer to her to kind of defend her.
Okay. It's Serene's turn.
Yeah, because if this works, I'm gonna end up pulling it closer to me, and that's dangerous.
I'm gonna yell to the one that's holding its head, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, did he renege on your deal or something?"
The marrow stops shaking its head and looks at you, and it blinks its fishy eyes, and it speaks to you in a language you don't understand, but it gives you a thumbs up.
Okay, so I'm gonna communicate that to the guys. I'm like, hold on. Looks like, well, does it seem stressed or does it easily give the thumbs up?
It kind of shakily gives the thumbs up, but it's like, you can tell that whatever was controlling it it's starting to wear off.
I'm like, hold on a sec. I think he's trying to stop him from imprisoning him. And I'm like, how many talkings can I get from this guy?
I think that's gonna be it. So if you want to do your action or what you were gonna do, go ahead.
Can I hold an action? Can I hold for a cantrip if they act aggressively towards us? That I'm going to hold on. I got an idea. Alright, I'm gonna move 30 feet this way. Why is it not letting me use the measuring? Dang it, I'm 35 feet away. Hold on one sec. Where is my Kitty Grace Zoomies ability? Oh, when you move on your turn or in combat, you can double your speed till the end of the turn. Alright, this is gonna sound odd, but I'm gonna come over here, and I am going... Let's see, that doesn't let me do saves, dang it. I'm gonna kind of stand in front of Larissa and go, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put my hand up and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna try to do what I can to communicate with him. Basically, I'm gonna be like, if he's controlling you, fight him off, since he seems to understand me.
Is he an animal?
They are monstrosities. They are not animals. They are not beasts. They are also not humanoids in that regard. Yeah. I can't hear what you're saying.
He said I have to speak with animals, so that's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, no.
But,
Speak with animals is very specific to beasts only.
But yeah, if he starts behaving aggressively towards me, I'm gonna lash out with Toll the Dead.
Okay. Got it. Alright, top of the round. It is Nira's turn.
Okay, I am going to... I'm going to move over here. I'm going to start turning this wheel.
Did you make a copy of yourself?
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know how I did that.
I will just delete it. Oh, that deleted you from the initiative.
Okay.
And I did say out loud that I'm like, hey, I think that enemy of my enemy is my friend. Talking to my group, like, hey, hold it.
I fixed it. We're good. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm turning this wheel for what I think is a drain.
Okay. You turn it, and water starts filling into the area, and it's now rising.
Okay, I turn it back the other way.
Okay, I will allow that because you're a rogue, and you can do bonus actions, basically like an action. So you close it, and it seals back up.
Okay, they're not drains. My bad. I am going to move right here.
Okay. Are you on like some setting?
It's because so it's because I'm using my keybind, and when I grab it when I'm talking, that's what it's doing.
So it's pressing Control C. It's copying.
I'm pressing Alt clear. Alt. Well, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. I guess just make sure to not click on your token when you're talking then.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to move right here, and I don't think I really can do very much more.
Nope, you used your action, and I considered closing the valve of bonus action, so that's it for what you can do.
Okay, I've ended my turn then.
All right, it is now the environment's turn. The water does go up 5 feet. You have 10 more feet before the water reaches the walkway. And then Larissa, it's your turn. You're really quiet.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Oh, sorry, my mic was further down. Okay, I'm gonna go, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna stay right there. We need to get that water shut off. Yeah, what do you guys want me to do? You want me to throw him whip and bring him closer?
Might be our only option to get him to move.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him with my thorn whip.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack roll. that is damage. You want to hit
Sorry.
the +5 or +6. I don't know which one it is. Thank you. That is Starry Wisp and not Thorn Whip, but
It's still +8.
yeah, okay. 22 will hit, so we'll take that damage.
And because he's a large, he'll be moved towards us, towards me 10 feet.
Okay. So he moves 1, 2. I'm
That's
gonna
11
use
damage.
I'm gonna use the first Thorn Whip that you rolled, which was the 6.
No problem.
So that is 6 to Marrow B. You pull him closer, and he screams in pain, and he yells at you, and he seems very, very angry, and he's pointing at the water very aggressively. And then he's motioning like he's throwing out a whip, and he's motioning that whip towards the water.
The monster in the water we forgot about.
Yes. I wish there was a way to communicate with him. I wonder if he does understand Infernal. So in Infernal, I ask him to shut the water, to drain the water.
Larissa, why can't you go towards the dial and turn it yourself?
Because I'd have to pass him.
Are you not able?
Let's see here. I went 5, 10, 15, 20. So
No, I don't think you can reach it in this turn.
Okay.
Also,
I
it
could
would
use
take
my Thorn Whip on it to turn it.
you
next
already
round.
Yeah, you would have to wait for the next round.
So I'm not gonna scoot up. I'm gonna back up a little bit to where it was because I don't want to be that close to him.
Okay. End of turn.
End of turn.
All right, it is now the Marrow's turn. Marrow B goes over to the thing, and then rotates it so it stops the water from going up. And then it yells at you all, pointing aggressively at the water.
Okay, I think he needs us to attack the thing that's in the water.
He jumps.
Gotcha.
He jumps into the water, and he looks like he's looking for whatever the thing is in the water. The other guy is still laughing. He is gonna make a wisdom saving throw. He got a 2. He's still laughing, having a good time. I wouldn't be having a good time. That's 18 seconds of continuous laughter. I would cry. I would honestly cry.
He probably is crying.
I'm pretty sure there's tears, salty tears running down his face.
Oh, yeah. The creature appears in the water for a moment and goes up to the Marrow and grabs it with its tentacles, or at least attempts to. That is a 23 to hit the Marrow. That is now a grappled Marrow. Let's see how much damage. It's 11 damage to Marrow B. And then you start seeing this like glow come out of its tentacle, and it seems to be coming from the Marrow into the creature's body, and it seems to be like kind of sucking it up some way. The Marrow is screaming as its whatever its life is being drained from it. It does not save, unfortunately, and it is consumed by this tentacle monster. You see the Marrow just twitching, and then it lets go, and it's now just bobbing in the water. It is now dead.
I don't get a chance to try and heal it.
You did not hold an action to heal it?
But it's just instantly dead.
It's a monster. It's... Okay, do you want to heal it? Do you want it to be an ally? Do you consider it an ally?
It seems like it's trying to... help us. I mean, it went back and stopped it from draining. I'm willing to give it a chance and throw a spell at it. If it screws
Okay.
me over,
I will
know.
I will roll death saving throws for the marrow then. It is at 0 hit points. The tentacle creature moves over here and tries to grab Serene with its tentacles. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it'll hit me, unfortunately.
And you take 10 bludgeoning damage, and this tentacle grapples you, and then it pulls you into the water.
Glad you had that potion of water breathing.
Okay, unconscious. Okay, that's gonna be the end of its turn. Ham, it's your turn.
Really quick, how close is Serene to that monster?
It is 10 feet away.
Okay.
Ham is going to move slightly closer and start throwing javelins at his newest target.
"12 will not hit." 21 will hit. Yes. That is gonna be 10 damage, and it is slowed. But it barely seemed to have anything really deal damage to it. It was as if it just got tickled. It kind of just flips off the javelin and it falls into the water.
Right.
Ham is going to he used 5 movement there. He is going to use the remaining to go around the other side.
Okay. Serene, before your turn comes up, you feel something coming through that tentacle connection. And you feel kind of your mind being sucked. And you all see this light coming from its tentacles coming towards the main body. And that cut that you did with your javelin hand, it's healing. It didn't heal for much. It's still a little cut there. But it did heal back some of its damage. And Serene, now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use a 3rd level spell casting slot to throw a guiding bolt into its face.
Okay. I think you have disadvantage because you're in the water. Let me check. I have to look at the water pulse again.
Does she have disadvantage?
I have swimming.
You do have,
have a swim
swimming.
speed.
That is fair. Making a melee.
It's a spell.
It is. Okay. So a ranged attack roll with a weapon underwater. It's a spell. You're fine. Go ahead. Roll beautifully. 24. Yeah, 24 will hit.
16 points of damage. Unfortunately not very great, but it also, any creature, the next attack roll made against it before the end of my turn has advantage.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
I don't think I get... Do I get 2 attacks at this level? I can't remember.
Not if you use a spell. The guiding bolt is your action.
Okay. Then... Shoot, I can't.
You can't move because you're grappled.
Can I use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon?
You use Guiding Bolt, which is a leveled spell. So Spiritual Weapon is a leveled spell, so you can't cast 2 leveled spells in one turn.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Fudge. Let me think about this.
If you want, we can take back the Guiding Bolt. If you want to do Spiritual Weapon instead.
I'm gonna try to move up to... I'm gonna try to use my... Can I try to break the grapple, or no? That's a full action.
That would be an action to do so.
Okay. Then I am just going to try to move as much as I can within the weakness, the floppiness of its tentacles.
Okay. This does, because you didn't move, this does give you back that cat movement, I think, right?
Yeah, if I don't move.
All right.
So I may just stay still and use the cat movement.
Alright, so I had planned for another break in about 5 minutes. How about we do one more round of initiative and then we'll take a break, if that sounds good?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, Nira, it is your turn.
Do I have the ability for a sneak attack from where I'm at with it paying attention over here?
No, you would need to have been stealthing.
Okay.
Yeah. To sneak
You said that
so
the next...
sneak attack. Oh, sorry. You have advantage on this creature, so you would get sneak attack if you hit.
And she said I have advantage on my attack. The
Yeah.
next person. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do Eldritch Blast, and I have 2 bolts.
Okay, so the first one will have advantage, but the second one will not. Can I check if you can do sneak attack with an Eldritch Blast, though?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it has to be weapon, but let me just check. If you have advantage on the roll, an attack uses a finesse or ranged weapon. So it is, sneak attack is a weapon-based thing. Do you want to switch to a weapon instead to get the sneak attack, or no?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So the 24 hits, the 14 does not hit.
Okay.
Okay, that is 9 damage to it. It still seems to be existing, and doing its best. It is nowhere near dead.
Okay. I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. It is now Larissa's.
And
Sorry, it is now the environment's turn. The water level is stable. It is at 10 feet below the walkway. It is now Larissa's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up like this, and I know you wanted to try to save this dude, Serene, but he's 5 feet. He's 5 feet close to the away from that tentacle dude, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, and Serene is not 5 feet. She's like 10, right?
She is 10 feet. What are you planning on doing?
I'm planning on doing Ice Knife.
Ah, yes. Ice Knife will not hit Serene. And you could do it so it doesn't hit the marrow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wait, no, you're right. It has to hit a target. You're right. I forgot about that.
Okay, so and I'm going to do it at, wait for this. I'm doing it at the 3rd level. That means that if I hit, I will get to do extra cold damage 2d6.
Okay.
Because it says 1d6 for each spell slot over 1. Since I'm doing it 3rd level, that's 2d6, right?
Let me just check, but I think you're right. So you're doing 3rd level?
3rd level, yes. Because I want to do some damage.
Okay, so it's gonna be... So it would be a total of 4d6 cold damage if it fails its dex saving throw.
Gotcha. Okay. So I am going to roll for Ice Knife. Seriously?
12 will not hit the aboleth. Sorry, the tentacle monster.
You do have inspiration.
Oh, you do have inspiration, yes. And we do
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Much better.
Much better. Almost a crit. Go ahead and roll the piercing damage. Let me just check. Yeah, so that's 1d10. 4 damage to the tentacle monster, and then you get to roll 4d6. You'll have to manually do that.
It didn't save?
Oh, I need a save. That's right. Thank
Has
you.
to beat a 16.
It's got an 8, so it does not save, and I believe the marrow automatically fails its dex save throws, so roll for 4d6 damage.
Here we go.
Alright, that's 12 damage. The marrow B is on 1 death saving throw, I think is how it works. Yeah. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
So that hit the dude, right? I wasn't
yeah.
going for the marrow, I was going for tentacle dude.
Yes, it hits both the tentacle dude and the marrow for the ice.
Okay.
So you shot out your ice knife. It hits the tentacle guy, and it kind of sticks in him, and then it explodes in ice, and it shatters, cutting up the tentacle monster and the marrow. That's what it did.
Did it look like it hurt him?
It did, but he is not bloodied. He is not half health.
Right. Okay.
End of turn?
End of turn.
Okay. It is now...
Oh, wait.
Hmm?
I want to back up a bit.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm done.
It is Marrow B is going to do a death saving throw. It saves. It gets 1 save. Marrow A is still laughing. And let's see if it saves. It got a nat 1. It is still laughing. These poor marrows, man. Alright, it's the tentacle monster's turn. Serene, you are not in a good situation. You feel yourself getting dominated in your minds, like something is invading you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You shake it off. Whatever that was trying to get into your mind no longer is there, and you hear the tentacle monster telepathically say, "You were almost mine." And then it takes its other it moves up here, takes one of its other tentacles and tries to attack Ham. That is a 2 on the die. That's not going to hit, and then it tries it one more time. That's a 5 on the die, a 14 that also will not hit. And it drags Serene even further into the water.
Yeah, I can't see the game log on Owlbear anymore.
Is it not working?
Not for me.
I could just see it, but I just saw what she tried to do. Custom roll.
It's not working for me.
It's not
anymore.
working.
It's not working.
The Eldritch
You know what?
Blast was a D10.
I didn't see his either.
Yep, I see
My-
it. All right, I refreshed it. Can somebody roll? It's not working. Oh.
Yeah, mine's not coming up. I can see Ham's roll and Serene's roll, but not my roll.
Yeah. Let me do one more check. Sorry, y'all. This is my code being buggy.
Now that you say something, I don't see my ice knife roll either.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Yeah, let me restart on my end. Uh-oh. Nope, that's fine. Can somebody roll? Did that pass over people?
Let's try.
Nope.
I'm gonna try to.
Nope.
Okay. Refresh your computer.
I went out and came back in.
Okay, now I don't see anything. Oh,
Yeah, nothing should be.
now I can see it.
Okay.
Now I can see it.
Okay. All right. That is definitely a bug I'm gonna have to figure out.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing the rolls.
Did you refresh?
Yes, I did.
Can you refresh again? I had to refresh mine.
I'll go ahead and roll when she's done.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I'm fixed with the refresh.
Okay, I can see Larissa. I'm gonna try rolling because the last time I tried, I couldn't see my roll, but I could see everybody else's. Okay, we're back.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'll have to figure out what that bug was. I don't know quite what the issue might have been, but it's cool. All right. Where were we?
The thing was trying to move away, and I was about to point out that you're taking into account it has been slowed.
Yes, it has a lot more movement. It doesn't drop to 10 feet of movement. It only is less. It's now.
I know.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's got a high swim speed, so that's gonna be the end of its turn. Ham, it's your turn.
So with Serene being within 10, would it be possible for me to attack the tendrils whole?
Yeah, I'll allow it. If you are in, do you have a? Oh, your weapon has a 10-foot reach, right?
The glaive has 10 feet.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Go ahead.
Never mind.
Nat 1. Do you want to use
You
your?
also have inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration.
Yeah, gonna use inspiration for Molodrama.
You also have your frenzy and your reckless attack as a barbarian.
No. No. Just.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh,
All right.
Definitely not taking you to Vegas.
You miss in the air. You were kind of scared of hitting Serene, so go ahead and try again with your second attack.
Yeah. Do I have reckless? I thought since we readjusted to the new one that actually doesn't have that.
Oh, is that the case? I thought it still had reckless.
Yeah, let's double check here. But I'm not seeing it on that.
Reckless attack, level 2. When you make your first attack roll on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage until the start of your next turn, but attack rolls against you have advantage during that time.
So I want to have.
Also, you're Path of the Berserker, so you get Frenzy. Oh, I forgot. You deal extra damage to the first target you hit on your turn with a strength-based attack. We need to be adding that in. Sorry. If you use Reckless Attack while your Rage is active, you deal extra damage to the first target you hit.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
Okay.
We are using that.
Okay.
For those pair of ones, and then now this is the inspiration roll.
No, you have if you reckless attack, you have advantage the entire time.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Better. Okay.
Yeah. It's just attacks against you have advantage. That's all. A 13 will not hit. Was that with advantage? No, it wasn't. Go ahead and roll again. $23 will hit, yes. That is 17 damage to this creature. It's, you do a small...
Specifically the tentacle.
You snick the tentacle, and it doesn't seem to be bleeding quite just yet.
But does it break the tentacle?
It does...
Yeah, does it break the grapple?
No. If it was a crit, I would have allowed it. But it wasn't a crit, so I won't allow it. Because Ham isn't force moving Serene, so Serene won't be let go of the tentacle.
Oh, I just remembered another thing. Graze is a thing. So, was that, we're counting that as my second attack or my first attack?
This was your second attack, so we can do Graze with the first attack. So go ahead and, what's the damage for that? It's gonna be your strength modifier. +2.
2 or 6? Is it hit or is it damage?
So it's your strength modifier. It is not the 2 hit.
Oh, ability modifier, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So sadly just...
Can you repeat that?
Be +3 then.
+3,
right?
and then it'll have a +2 from your rage, so that'll be a +5 damage. That Graze still didn't bloody it, so it's still going. So Serene is still grappled, is the issue. Yeah.
And that's all hands.
Okay. Before it comes to Serene's turn, Serene, once again, you feel yourself being drained of life, and you watch as this tentacle monster heals up again. Just a little bit, though. I only rolled a 1, so it only got 1 back. But you felt yourself kind of, your mind getting muddled. Now it's your turn.
So it's not even bloodied yet.
It's not bloodied yet.
I am gonna go ahead and I'm going to do that 3rd level guiding bolt again. Okay, did I use my inspiration yet?
I don't remember.
I think
I'll
so.
I'll allow you to use it. It's fine.
That's even worse.
That was a nat one. I'm sorry. Your guiding bolt goes flying. It's kind of difficult being grappled to hit this creature.
And what can I, let's see, what can I do with my bonus action here? I'm just going to try to, I can still move, so I am going to try to zoom as fast as I can and get as far.
You cannot move. If you're grappled, you cannot move.
I can't even try to, like, pull its tentacle.
No. Mechanically, when you are grappled, your speed is 0, I believe. Let me just check. If you want to get out of the grapple, you can use an action to roll to get out of it. Your speed is 0 and can't increase. Oh, you have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. Interesting.
Well, I've only been trying to attack it. So.
Yeah, so you're fine. Yeah, but you cannot move. Is that going to be the end of your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Okay. Nira, we are stopping here to take a break. We're going to take our 10-minute break this time, so we'll come back at the 55-minute marker. Does that work for everyone?
Works for me. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Works for me.
Alrighty, we are back. It is Nira's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I am going to shoot. I'm gonna shoot my bow. I don't suppose I still get sneak attack, no? Yes,
No, because you don't have advantage on this shot.
Okay.
Alright, a 19 will hit. That is 8 damage to this creature. It is, with your arrow shot, it goes flying, and then, you see your arrow go chick, and there is a burst of purple blood coming out of the creature, and it screams in pain. It turns its gaping maw towards you, Nira.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay away from it as much as I can. I've already done full movement. I'm going to dash. I'm going to dash back.
Okay.
There. I think that's going to be it.
Okay. It is Larissa's turn. Or, sorry, it's the environment's turn. The environment is still at a standstill, so Larissa, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to move. Okay, I'm gonna move right here. And then I have a sneaking suspicion that this sucker doesn't like light, but I want to try and see if it doesn't like light.
I mean, Guiding Bolt is a radiant damage.
Did it hit bad?
No, it did normal damage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do Starry Wisp.
Okay.
$16.
16 will not hit, as you shoot out your light, your arrow of light, in quotes, arrow of light, but it just slaps it away.
Ouch. Okay, I thought it was lower than that. I thought the AC was lower than that.
End of turn?
End of turn.
Okay. It is now the Marrow's turn. The Marrow is going to make a death saving throw. This
I'm
time,
gonna actually move back a little.
can you? Do you have enough movement for that?
Nope, you're right.
Gonna roll to everybody so you can see the death saving throw. It saves. It has 2 saves, 1 fail. The other Marrow is going to try to stop laughing. It got a 12. It's still laughing. If at any point you want to have it stop laughing, Nira, just let me know. It is now the tentacle monster's turn.
Was it told the killer joke from Monty Python?
Oh, definitely. No, I don't know if I want to let it out of the prone because I don't know if it's still under mind control.
That's very true. All right, it moves closer to the corner there and reaches out a tentacle towards Larissa. That is a 14 to hit, which will not hit, and then it slams another tentacle towards you. That is a 17 to hit, which will not hit either. Serene, you feel yourself being drained once more. Make a intelligence saving throw.
So glad I got that armor.
It's not wisdom?
intelligence. I'm sorry. 15. You steel yourself and kind of like try to not be drained of whatever is being taken from you, and you can kind of feel your memories escaping your mind. But you are able to save against this, and you are able to shake off some of it. You only take 6 psychic damage. It is now Ham's turn.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
who took psychic damage?
That was Serene. Serene took psychic damage.
I have Owlbear down for about 2 seconds here. If someone could just, is there a physical way for me to, do I have to move within 10 feet of either the tendrils holding Serene or some other way the creature is?
You do have to move if you want to be within 10 feet of it.
Can I do that without getting into the water?
Do you know what your speed is? Is it 40?
40.
40. 5, 6. You can move 30 feet and you'll make it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. We will do that and lash out with the blade. This is a reckless.
Okay, so roll for advantage. Roll with advantage. Uh, 23 will hit. And remember that you have that extra damage from Frenzy. So that's going to be a 12. I don't remember what you get from Frenzy, but if you read it, it should say.
An additional 2d6.
Okay. Alright, that is an extra 4 damage to the tentacle monster. As you swipe at it, go ahead and roll for your next attack. Oh. A 10. You have advantage, so roll again. Well, that wasn't much better.
Not much better.
But it is a graze, so we are doing. It was 5 damage, right? Because your strength is
Correct.
3 and plus 2, so it's gonna be 5 extra damage to the creature. You're slowly whittling away its HP, and you can see that it is bleeding out. Did I say it was green or purple? I can't remember. Purple. The purple blood is dripping into the sewage water. End of turn?
Yep.
Okay. Serene, before your turn, guess what? It's gonna try and heal again. As it does a little more healing. You can feel yourself being drained even more. And it heals back 9 health this time. Now it's your turns.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to break the grapple.
Okay. So you will either roll in athletics or acrobatics.
I'll try to be a dexterous kitty.
Unfortunately, an 11 will not save, as you are still grappled by this creature.
Alright, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. And it was the mace, or the spear that you like?
Yep, it's a spear.
You can place it where you like.
Does it have a little thing that dangles from it?
No, it's not a cat wand, but I am going to try to spear this thing in the butt.
Okay.
That's a 20.
20 will hit.
Not very much damage, though, unfortunately.
No, but it's still damage. As you do nick it for a little bit of damage, and the purple blood seeps back into the sewer. You all hear in your minds, "You all tire me. I must leave. Till we meet again." And it seems like it's going to move on its next turn. Nira, it is
No,
your
stay here and die.
Wait a
Okay.
second. Was that the what was talking to us in the first place, or was it Usit?
Yeah, I think that is Usit.
Oh crap!
Okay, I'm gonna move up and fire again.
Okay.
Did Serene get free?
No. 23 will hit. 6 damage. Alright. You hit it for a little bit. And you still have a bonus action?
Yeah, but what do I use? Jeez. I wish there was a way I could grapple it and prevent it from leaving.
Is that gonna be it?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I don't think
Okay.
there's anything else I can do. I think I'm just gonna move back out of the way. Well, I don't know. I'll stay where I'm at.
Alright. Larissa, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm debating on what I should do. I think I'm actually, because he said that he was going to try to get away, I'm going to do an ice knife again, but this time at level 2.
Okay. Roll to hit. 12 will
my goodness.
not. What?
I said, oh my goodness! I wanted to say something else, but we're on the internet.
No, you can curse. My stream is, it has
Ah!
cursing. 12 will miss, but it does explode, so I do need to roll my dex save. Let's see. I got a 22, so it does save, so there is no damage as this creature
Fuck.
dodges out of the way.
Double fuck.
End of your turn?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do unless I can do a cantrip.
No, because Ice Knife is an action.
Yeah.
Most cantrips are not bonus actions.
Should have done the cantrip, man. I should have done it. I was debating.
It is now the Marrow's turn. Let's see if it can get one last death save. I rolled to myself again. 14. All right. The Marrow is stable. And now the Marrow that is laughing. It got an 8. It will never stop laughing. I feel really bad for this guy. It is the tentacle monster's turn, and it lets go of Serene. And moves.
Is it 5 feet away from me? Do I get a
No, you are 10 feet away from it.
Crap.
and it goes over here, and it telepathically says, "Have a good day, you all. You'll never find them." And it goes through the drainage pipe and disappears from view. What would you all like to do?
Now I'm pissed.
I'm dropping the hideous laughter.
Okay. The marrow gets up from the ground and stares blankly at you all.
I am going to haul my butt out of the water.
You
Can
are
I go
covered
over-
in poop and slime. It's very disgusting.
Can I go over to
I
the
am
mirror?
going. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at a spell right now. I am going to. This spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken or signed language it hears or sees. Moreover, when the target communicates by speaking or signing, any creature that knows at least one language can understand it. If that creature can hear the speech or see the sign.
Okay, he's just stable right now. Can I go over to it right now?
Yeah, this marrow is the one that is stable and it's unconscious.
So before she does that, I'm gonna lay a cure wounds on it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. 10. It does wake up and it shakes its head and it grumbles and looks around and stares at you. It says something. Serene, did you cast the spell on this
Well,
marrow?
it's a touch. It's a touch spell.
So
but I was trying to I'm trying to figure out, do I cast it on me or do I cast it? Okay, I'm just gonna go over and touch it and try to give it tongues.
Do I have to make a saving throw?
Okay, that one was bad.
No, this is a allowed to communicate thing. So I guess actually, you know what? I'll cast it on me because then I can't resist.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
So I can understand any spoken or sign language, and when I communicate by speaking or signing, any creature knowing at least one language can understand me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, hey. Hi.
It says, "Did you kill it? That evil thing! It enslaved me and my brethren!"
It got away. It ran off and taunted us on its way out.
No! Yeah! And he throws his fists into the water and makes a huge splash. No! That thing! It's evil! Those things, they're aboleths! They control people! They've been controlling our people for a very long time, and I'm glad I'm out of its control, but now it's still out there. It's gonna take even more of my brethren.
I yell at Serena, ask if he knows if it has a lair.
Do you know if that thing has a lair?
I don't know where it would lair, but this what's it called? Not tunnel, sewer pipe. There we go. This pipe, it leads back to Waterdeep, and we have been tossing these humans, these humanoid people through these tunnels.
It forced you to do that?
Yes, against my will. I mean, I don't really like you weedy people, but, you know, I don't want to do it against my will. I would rather toss them with my will.
Hey, Serene, does he know where the captives are?
Do you happen to know where he keeps the captives?
As I said, we toss them down the drain, so there are no captives here.
They're all dead, is what you're probably saying.
No. The creature puts them in some weird state, makes them all gummy, and then we send them through. I think they're still alive.
What drain does he toss them through? The one he escaped from over there?
Yes. Oh, wait, he
Wait.
doesn't know which drain. You would probably just point it out. Yes, he says yes.
Yeah, I point to the drain.
Does it know what's through the door, Serene?
What's through that door?
It says it's just some small storage room. We put some of the belongings of the people in there.
Nira's on her way checking for trap.
I don't know if we're in any state to follow that thing and fight it again.
Make
We at least need to get a night's rest so we can recoup.
Nira, make a perception check.
No.
9. Well, you think it isn't trapped. Seems like a reasonably good door.
Is that thing trapped? I point at the door.
To the marrow? He says,
Yeah.
no, it's not trapped, but it is locked.
Okay.
Okay, should I use... I do have lock picking tools. Let's see. Is that sleight of hand or...
That is going to be a straight dexterity saving throw. Do you have proficiency in thieves' tools? I believe you do because you're a rogue.
I believe I do.
Okay, so it's going to be a dexterity check plus 3. That's your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Don't roll a save next time. Just click on the dexterity.
I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. You're right.
But I guess technically that would be the same thing anyway. With a 9, you don't quite get it. Let's just do a straight dex check. And I will say that takes you the amount of time to unlock the door. Oh, well, 19, you get it on the second try. And it opens up, and there is a small storage area in here. Looking in here, there are 3 neatly folded noble attires, each gaudy and expensive. There are pouches containing a combined sum of 92 platinum pieces, 108 gold pieces, 45 silver pieces, 2 tourmalines, which are 2 gems. They are 100 GP each, and a single emerald, and that costs 1,000 GP, but Serene might be able to use it for a spell. I'm not quite sure. There is also a magical hat. It kind of glows with this magical gleam to it, so it's a magic item. And lastly, you find a pendant that has a capital R on it. Nira, make me a history check. All right. I will say you vaguely remember that Lady Rosolio was looking for a pendant, or at least some semblance of Arten's where he might be. And Arten did have a pendant. You can't remember if it's this one, but if you ask your other friends, they might know.
Okay. And no sign of the sword?
The sword is in Lady Rosolio's possession.
I thought Arten had it and disappeared with it.
No.
Okay. That was my misrecollection.
She wanted you all to find Arten, and then once you found Arten, she would give you the sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you get a chance, if you could drop that all in the chat.
Yeah.
Nira's
there-
gonna go ahead and gather up all that stuff and bring it over.
There are also 10 golden goose coins as well.
We never split the 14 and the 7 silver either, so we need
No,
to
I
do
know.
that as well.
Yeah, no, I know. So we'll just have to, add it to whatever's here.
Hey, Serene, Could you do me a favor and ask this Marrow, if we were to camp here tonight, would we be safe?
Okay,
I'll go ahead and ask it.
Honestly, I feel like we need to go out and find a place for Serene to clean up and, you know, maybe report to the Water Baron what we found.
Okay, I could dig that.
And I'm gonna ask Samaro, do you have somewhere safe to be away from your mind-controlled brethren?
I will swim out the river. We will go opposite direction. I will try and get my brother to be okay.
What's wrong?
Is there anything we can do for him?
I think if we hit him hard enough, he might snap out of it.
Ham?
Sorry, my button keeps being weird.
I'm gonna just go over, unless you want to gently slap him.
You still have your spiritual
You
weapon.
know what? I'll give him a
Right,
persuasive wake up.
Is this? Well, no, that leaves bleeding holes.
Yeah, but he needs to be hit hard enough to snap out of it.
Well, I think getting slapped by Ham versus getting slapped by my spiritual weapon's probably faded by now.
There you go.
Okay, I sent to Discord the note as well as on screen, so you can copy paste it if you want.
I gave him some percussive maintenance.
25 to hit. That's definitely gonna hit. We can just say you punch him. After some time, the Marrow shakes its head and yells angrily at you and shakes its fist. But then it realizes everything's fine, and it sees its brother and waves, and the brother waves, and then they hug. They seem to be having a reunion.
I'm gonna offer them some rations. I don't know if they eat human tabaxi stuff, but I'm gonna offer them some rations since they probably haven't been able to do any self-care while they're controlled by an evil slime.
The Marrow that can talk to you takes it and says, "We don't eat this, but thank you."
Ah, well, I just wanted to give a gesture of goodwill. Is there a way that we
We'll be back.
if we find this creature again, is there a way or somewhere we could send any freed brethren?
He says, we have a secret place, down the river. And he tells you a location that I don't know at the moment. I will tell you after the session, because I have to look at the map. Actually, you know what? We all can just go look at the map, huh? Let's go look.
I feel bad for anything mind controlled.
I know. It's very sad.
Me too.
Okay, so we are here. It's pointing here. This little river spot here into the mountains.
So towards Stonebridge.
Yeah, towards Stonebridge. I'm gonna make a note to myself.
Serene, let him know that if we come across any of its brethren and we hit them so they're unmind controlled, that we would send them towards Stonebridge.
Yep, that's kind of the idea.
So basically, he's saying that they're taking these nobles maybe as far as Waterdeep?
Yes.
And they're shooting them. He's turning them into gum and shooting them down the drain.
Is he?
Seems like
Is this like a slavery thing, or do you think? I mean, what does he have any idea what plans he has for
The
these nobles?
the marrow says, I don't know what it was doing with them. I assumed it just wanted to eat them at a different location or something, but it is kind of weird. I agree.
Maybe he was using them like he was using me and draining them for health.
ask him if this creature could shapeshift into human.
It says yes. It can shapeshift into whatever it wants.
Great.
Because obviously the Purple Lady's been meeting with Yusuf and giving the nobles, which gave me that idea.
Sounds to me like, you know what? What if the Purple Lady is also one of these aboleths? I mean, she looks human, but she has telepathic abilities. Who says she's not one as well?
That's very interesting. But I don't know if she would have sent us after the nobles.
But why wouldn't she? If she thought it would get us killed.
That's true.
You know, she says she's being forced to do that, but is she? I mean, I don't think she's wholly blameless.
No, she's
She
not.
owes
And
me a sword.
Well,
you know,
I definitely think we need to talk to the Welder Baron. We definitely need to confront the Purple Lady and see if we can't determine whether she is also one of these creatures.
but also I was thinking, I wonder if Yusuf is just a bad seed of one of these creatures, and Purple Lady is being mind controlled into just like the mirror was.
Serene, can you ask them if the lady in purple is also an aboleth, or is she being forced to bring these nobles?
Yeah, Serene, if you want to ask it, I'll answer.
I definitely do.
Okay. The marrow says, no, she's not one of these aboleths.
Are they all as evil as this asshole?
Aboleths do not care about the people they mind control. They are very tricky and they like to take over people. That is their thing.
Speaking of which, did I permanently lose my memories?
I don't want to do that to your character unless you are okay with that. So no.
Hey, Serene, can they tell us what the woman was actually doing and if she was being forced, or did she seem to be doing it on her own?
I'll ask them that.
The marrow says, I don't know about that lady. I thought she was helping him out, but I don't know. Did she send you after the creature?
She did.
Then they might not be working on the same side.
Or she could have sent us to die too.
No. If she wanted the aboleth dead, then it wasn't to have you die, because she would have then...
She did not tell us he was an aboleth.
The aboleth doesn't tell people that it's an aboleth. It pretends to not be an aboleth. She probably
Does
didn't
it have
know.
Does it have a preferred form?
This one, it took on the form of a man. Of a human man.
And she did tell us to come down and meet him, so she didn't tell us that we were in danger, but she did tell us we needed to find him.
Well, I'd say we found him, lost him, so now we need to, definitely. I think we definitely need to go back up topside, get some rest, get cleaned up, get some food, talk to the water baron, let let the mistress know what's happened to her son, and then kind of formulate a plan from there.
I agree. I know I'm pretty exhausted.
All right. So, we are going to end the session with you all coming back topside. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So let me just
Yeah, sure.
set the map there so that I remember that we are back in Yartar.
So we're not going to get a long rest until we come back.
Unless you all want to say you immediately go to the inn, then we can say you long rest right now.
Nah, we gotta get to the water baron as quickly as possible, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
Okay, so no long rests right now then. So when we come back, we are going to go to the Water Baron's Hall. By the way, as a reminder, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. So it might be difficult to get into contact with her, but you are welcome to try. Yeah, so
Can we count that talk we had with the marrow as a short rest?
you could take a short rest. The marrow talk was not an hour.
Okay, never mind.
But
I'm
you
just
can,
trying to get. I'm grasping at straws here.
if you want to take a short rest right now, I don't, unless you all don't feel like you can wait for an hour.
No, we need to try to get up there.
Okay, well then, okay, as I said, we will head to the Water Barons when we come back. All right, that's that. So we will meet in 2 weeks. Let me just check. I don't have anything, correct? Yes. Okay. So in 2 weeks we will meet, and then I'm wondering if we could meet on May 16th as well. May 23rd, I'm gonna be out of town and I can't.
Yeah, we're
stream.
gonna be at a convention in the Kubla Khan up in the Bay Area.
Oh,
23rd is supposed to be
That's
my
fine.
It's the same
graduation
weekend.
date.
It's the same weekend as. There's a lot of cons. It's the same weekend as
Yeah.
Fanime. We have to drop a friend off at Fanime.
so
Yeah, and I should be graduating hopefully that
okay.
day. So
So we will do May 9th and then 1 week right after May 16th. Does that work for everybody?
Sounds
Yep.
good.
Nero.
Um, Actually, I don't
yeah, I think
have.
so.
I don't think I'm gonna actually have a meeting in June for my first Friday
Okay.
because we never have one in June. So
Okay. It's just if we do May 16th, the next meeting would be May 30th. The next session would be May 30th. So
Oh,
it
and
would.
I know this is
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know this is a ways out, but I have another grandbaby due July 9th.
Okay.
Just putting that
Um.
out there.
Okay, that's gonna be a ways out. So just remind me when we get to that time.
Yep.
All right. Everybody good? Any other questions or anything? I'll ask about the feedback for the game log when we are no longer streaming.
Yeah, let us know when we're no longer streaming.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And hi to the people that were watching, and thank you for the raid, Ampharos. I really appreciate it.